Hi, well this is a soldering tutorial. I need a longer extension for this. This is part of a project that I'm doing for a solar water heater, and I want to get some temperature readings and humidity readings outside, and I don't want to leave the Raspberry Pi outdoors. So what I'm going to do is make the extension so I can keep the Raspberry Pi indoors, and then snake the extension with the sensor out the window to get temperature readings. Here's the extension. It's basically about 6 feet long, and I got a 3. This is a servo wire. You can buy this at Amazon, and so you have a ground, positive, and a data cable. And what I'm going to do is I have 3 of these little extensions. I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to solder them to the end of the longer cable, and that's what the tutorial is going to be: how to solder. We're going to how to use flux, tin the tip, using also heat shrinking tubing to get a nice connection. Okay, so let's begin. So what I'm going to do is going to take the extension, fold it in half, and then I'm going to cut them. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to get all the tips ready. And what I want to do essentially is peel some of the plastic off and tin the exposed wire, so it's going to end up looking like this, and this has been tinned. Okay. Alright, so to get the wire ready, we're going to make sure you get a clean cut there, and then we're going to get a little bit of the plastic off. Oops, that was not good. Alright, let's try it again. I did another one. So all I want to do is gently pull this out to expose the wire. This is not the right tool, so you want to get it exposed like this, and you do that to all of your extensions. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is dip the tips in the flux so the solder runs a little bit easier. We'll put the wire in the clip, and now that we have the iron to temperature, what we do is place the soldering gun tip to the wire, let it heat up, and then place the soldering wire, and it will automatically wick. So there it is. And we'll do that with all the extensions. And you can see there how they've been tinned. So we need to get some heat shrinking tubing. This is you can get it on Amazon. And this is 2mm, but it's a little bit too big for this. I would rather go with a 1, but it should shrink enough. So what we need to do is just enough to cover where the two wires are going to be soldered together. Okay, that should be enough, maybe a little bit longer. Thread it through the wire prior to soldering it, and so we'll do that for all the wires. Okay, so let's place the wire here. Notice that my heat shrinking tubing is already in there. We're going to find the red, and they've already been tinned, so it should be relatively easy to solder together. What I'm doing is putting a little bit more. I have to raise the temperature. So I'm going to put a little bit more soldering wire in it. I'm going to place the two wires together, and it should be really easy. There you go. Now the two wires are different gauge, but that should be okay. And what we do now in regards to the heat shrinking tubing, we slide it to the middle, and we apply heat to it. And we're going to do it with usually I have a heat gun, but where I live now I don't have such commodities, so I'm going to use the soldering iron to shrink it. And it's a lot easier with but there you have it. Huh? See? You got a nice little connection there. Alright? And you do this throughout all the ends. So that's what another end looks like. I've done two. We slide the shrinking tubing here. We're gonna place it here again, and we run the soldering gun on top of the tubing so it shrinks in place. You gotta make sure at first you don't move it, because you can the little piece of tubing can slide off, and then once it shrinks in place, it's really hard to move. So first you want to get an end so it gets a little grip, and then you're all set. And here are the three extensions soldered. Okay, I think I'm going to add another piece of tubing to grip this three. I don't. Well, it might not work. I only have 3mm diameter, so I think this is going to be okay. All right. So thank you.